My friends, as we get older, our skin, hormones, and body chemistry change in ways no one prepares us for. And sometimes, even when we feel clean, use perfumes, or shower daily, we still notice a scent on our skin, towels, or clothes that feels unfamiliar or embarrassing. But here's the truth. It is not your fault. It has nothing to do with poor hygiene. It's simply how the body changes with age. In this video, we'll uncover 6 everyday habits that doctors say can quietly create the perfect environment for odor-causing bacteria. Habits that seem harmless, but actually disturb the natural balance of older skin. Some of these will surprise you, especially number 2. Research from Harvard shows that one small daily mistake can shift your pH in just 3 days, causing an odor that no soap or perfume can cover. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your state or city in the comments below. It helps us feel like one community here, learning together and supporting one another. And if you have any natural health tips of your own, feel free to share those too. Someone else might really benefit from hearing what's worked for you. Point 1. Using the same washcloth and towels for too long. My dear friends, let's begin with one of the most common bathroom habits that almost every older woman does without realizing how much it affects her natural scent. Using the same washcloths and towels for too many days. Now, I know many of you are thoughtful, clean, and take your hygiene seriously. You bathe regularly, you wash your face, and you keep your bathroom tidy. But here's something most people don't know, especially after age 60. Your washcloth holds more bacteria than you think, sometimes even more than a toilet seat. Why does this happen? As we get older, our skin begins to shed more tiny cells every day. At the same time, our skin produces less natural oil. This combination creates a perfect environment for bacteria, especially when the washcloth stays damp. When you use the same washcloth day after day, those bacteria multiply very quickly, doubling every 20 minutes. By day 3, one small washcloth can hold millions of bacteria, even if it looks clean and smells fine. Now here's the important part. These bacteria aren't just harmless. Many of them are the same types that create that musty, sour smell we often associate with aging. But the smell isn't caused by age. It's caused by the bacteria growing on the cloth and transferring onto the skin again and again. What can you do? Fortunately, the fix is very simple. Experts recommend using a fresh washcloth every single day. And towels? They should be washed every 2 to 3 uses. Make sure they dry completely between uses. Hang them open on a bar, not bunched up on a hook. Washing them in hot water, at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit, with a little white vinegar also removes nearly all odor-causing bacteria. Point 2. Using strong fragrances that disrupt your skin's balance. My dear friends, let's move on to another bathroom habit that many older women do with good intentions, but it quietly creates the opposite result. Using strong perfumes, scented soaps, powders, or fragranced body washes to smell fresh. Now let me say this clearly. This is not about poor hygiene. This is not about doing anything wrong. Most women over 60 simply do not know how much fragrance affects the skin at this age. As we grow older, our skin changes. After menopause, the natural oils that protect the skin decrease. Your natural pH also shifts, making the skin more delicate. When strong fragrances are applied, especially every day, they disturb the natural balance of the skin's bacteria. Your skin actually has a good bacteria community that protects you. But scented products kill off many of these good bacteria and allow odor-causing bacteria to grow faster. This creates a double problem. The perfumes try to cover the smell, but underneath, the bad bacteria keep growing stronger. Some researchers even say that certain fragrance chemicals make the odor-causing bacteria multiply more quickly. That's why so many older women notice that the more fragrance products they use, the worse the odor becomes over time, even if they shower every day. So what can you do instead? The solution is surprisingly simple and gentle. Switch to products that are fragrance-free, pH-balanced, and made for sensitive or mature skin. Look for cleansers with mild ingredients like lactic acid or mandelic acid. These support the skin's natural barrier without disturbing your microbiome. And here's the beautiful part. Most women notice a huge improvement within 2 weeks of switching to fragrance-free products. Their skin calms down, bacteria rebalance naturally, and the odor reduces on its own, without needing heavy perfumes. Point 3. Sitting too long on the toilet, constipation and straining. My dear friends, let's move on to something that many older women never think about: spending too much time sitting on the toilet, especially because of constipation or difficulty passing stool. You may feel like it's harmless to sit there for 10 to 15 minutes, maybe scrolling your phone or waiting for things to get moving. But this one habit quietly creates a chain reaction in the body that leads to unwanted odors, irritation, and even bacterial problems. As we age, our digestive system slows down. That's normal. But long sitting and straining puts pressure on the pelvic area. This pressure weakens muscles that are already more delicate after menopause, childbirth, or years of normal aging. Staying seated too long also causes blood to pool in the veins around the bottom, which can lead to hemorrhoids, tiny skin tears, and irritation. Now here's where it affects odor. When there are small tears or irritated skin, bacteria from the stool can move into places where they do not belong. These bacteria grow quickly in warm, moist areas, creating odors that regular washing cannot remove. Constipation also means stool stays longer in the body, making bacteria even stronger and more smelly. Older women are especially sensitive because the skin becomes thinner over time, making irritation easier and healing slower. So how do you fix this? Start by limiting your toilet time to no more than 5 minutes. If nothing happens, simply get up and try again later. Don't force it. Increase your fiber slowly. Foods like psyllium husk, flaxseed, vegetables, and oats help a lot. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. A small footstool under your feet, like a squatty potty, can reduce straining by lifting your knees slightly. And a gentle daily probiotic with lactobacillus or bifidobacterium can help regulate digestion naturally. Point 4. Incorrect wiping technique and incomplete cleaning. My dear friends, this next habit is something almost every older woman struggles with, not because of carelessness but because our bodies change with age. Improper wiping techniques and incomplete cleaning are among the biggest causes of lingering odor, even if you shower every day and keep yourself very clean. As we get older, mobility becomes harder. Bending, reaching, twisting the hand, or turning the body is not as easy as it used to be. Arthritis, stiffness, balance issues, and weaker grip strength all play a role. Because of this, many older women unintentionally miss small areas while wiping, especially the ones that are harder to reach. These tiny missed spots collect microscopic traces of stool or urine, invisible to the eye, but loved by bacteria. And bacteria grow very fast in warm, moist places. Within a few hours, they multiply into millions, producing sulfur-like and ammonia-like smells. This is why sometimes, even after bathing, the odor comes back quickly, not because you're unclean, but because the bacteria were never fully removed in the first place. Another very common issue is wiping from back to front, which unintentionally drags bacteria from the bottom area toward the vaginal and urinary opening. Even women who wipe correctly may not know that regular toilet paper often leaves behind 30 to 50% of bacteria, because it doesn't clean deeply enough. So what can help? Experts recommend a gentle step-by-step approach. First, use toilet paper to remove the main waste. Then use a moist wipe made for sensitive skin, fragrance-free, alcohol-free, and soothing. Instead of rubbing, use soft patting motions to avoid irritation. Finish by using a dry tissue to remove moisture. Bacteria love damp skin. Always wipe front to back. Use a fresh wipe for each pass. If you have trouble reaching, consider a long-handled hygiene aid or a bidet attachment. Many seniors find these life-changing. Point 5. Wearing the same underwear too long or choosing the wrong fabric. My dear friends, this next habit is something many older women don't even realize is affecting their natural scent. Wearing the same underwear for too long or choosing fabrics that trap moisture and bacteria. And let me say this clearly. This has nothing to do with cleanliness or personal habits. It's about how the body changes with age. As we get older, the skin becomes thinner, the pH changes, and many senior women experience slight urine leakage, even a tiny drop that you may not notice. This moisture, along with natural discharge, settles into underwear fabric. Within just a few hours, bacteria multiply rapidly, especially in warm, tight environments. Research shows that underwear worn for an entire day can hold millions of bacteria, even if it looks clean. Synthetic fabrics like nylon, polyester, and spandex make the problem worse because they don't let the area breathe. They trap heat and moisture, creating what scientists call an incubator, a perfect spot for odor-causing bacteria to grow. That's why some women notice a smell even after showering. The underwear itself is re-spreading bacteria back onto the skin. So what can you do? The solution is gentle and simple. Switch to 100% cotton or breathable bamboo fabric underwear. These allow airflow and keep the area dry. Change underwear at least once a day, and if possible twice, morning and evening. If you ever feel dampness due to sweat or a small leak, change immediately. Even a teaspoon of moisture can trigger bacterial growth. When washing underwear, use hot water 140 degrees Fahrenheit if possible, and an enzyme-based detergent. Add baking soda to neutralize odors and a little white vinegar in the rinse to kill stubborn bacteria. Avoid fabric softeners, they coat the fibers and trap bacteria. And at night, if you're comfortable, consider sleeping without underwear to let the area breathe and stay dry. Point 6. Overwashing and using harsh soaps on the genital area. My dear friends, now we've reached the most important and the most surprising habit of all. Something almost every older woman does with the best intentions. Overwashing the intimate area and using strong soaps. I want you to hear this with an open heart. You are not smelling because you are unclean. Many older women actually smell more when they wash too much, not too little. Here's why. After age 60, especially post-menopause, the skin around the intimate area becomes much more delicate. The natural protective layer, called the acid mantle, becomes thinner. This acid layer keeps your pH low, which prevents bad bacteria from growing. But when you use strong soaps, antibacterial washes, scented gels, or wash the area multiple times a day, you strip away this natural protection. And once the protective layer is gone, odor-causing bacteria grow 10 to 12 times faster. These bacteria produce strong smells that no amount of perfume or extra washing can hide, which is why so many older women end up washing even more, thinking they need to get cleaner. This creates a painful cycle. More washing, more irritation, more bacteria, more odor. But the truth is, your intimate area is amazing. It is naturally self-cleaning. It does not need soap inside, only gentle care on the outside. So what should you do instead? Here is what doctors recommend for senior women. Wash the external area only, never inside. Use warm water only once a day if you want to use a cleanser. Point 7. Wearing the same underwear too long or choosing the wrong fabrics. My dear friends, this next habit is one that almost every older woman does without realizing how much trouble it causes. Wearing the same underwear for too many hours, or choosing fabrics that trap moisture and heat. Let me say this gently. Even if your underwear looks clean, even if it feels fresh, bacteria are still growing on it throughout the day. And as we get older, this happens much faster because of changes in our skin, pH, hormones, and natural moisture levels. Research shows that within 4 hours, underwear begins collecting thousands of bacteria. By the end of the day, that number can grow into the millions. And for older women, even tiny leaks from the bladder, which many women over 60 experience, create a moist environment that odor-causing bacteria absolutely love. Synthetic fabrics like nylon, polyester, or stretchy shapewear make this worse. They trap heat, block airflow, and create what scientists call an incubator effect. That means bacteria multiply up to 5 times faster, causing strong odors and irritation, even if you shower daily. Many women think this smell comes from aging, but it's actually from trapped bacteria. So what can you do instead? Here are senior-friendly habits doctors recommend. Choose 100% cotton or bamboo underwear. These allow your skin to breathe. Change your underwear twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening. If you experience even slight bladder leakage, change immediately. Wash underwear in hot water at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit with an enzyme-based detergent. Add baking soda to remove odors and white vinegar to kill bacteria. Avoid fabric softeners. They trap bacteria inside the fibers. Do not wear underwear for more than 12 hours at a time. At night, consider going without underwear to let the area breathe. Doctors say this can reduce bacteria by up to 80%. Remember, my friends, this is not about being unclean. It's about giving your body the airflow, dryness, and protection it needs at this stage of life. Just say next and I'll start the next point. Point 8. Overwashing or using harsh soaps in the intimate area. My dear friends, this next habit is one that almost every older woman believes is helping, but in reality it quietly causes the worst odors and discomfort. And that habit is washing the intimate area too often, or using strong soaps and feminine washes. I want to reassure you lovingly, this is not your fault. Most women grew up hearing that more washing means more cleanliness. But as we get older, our bodies change. After menopause, the protective layer of good bacteria in the intimate area becomes much weaker. This layer is what keeps the skin healthy, balanced, and free from strong odors. When you wash with regular soap, especially antibacterial soap, scented soap, or harsh cleansers, you are actually removing the very protection your body needs. Doctors call this protective layer the acid mantle, and it keeps harmful bacteria away. But strong soaps wash it off within seconds. Once this barrier is gone, the pH level rises. Harmful bacteria then multiply quickly, causing strong, sour, or fishy odors, itching or irritation, dryness or burning, recurrent infections, even skin cracks that allow more bacteria to enter. The heartbreaking part is this. Many women wash more because the odor becomes stronger, but the extra washing makes the odor even worse. It becomes a painful cycle. So what should you do instead? Here are the gentle, senior-safe habits gynecologists recommend. Wash the external area only once a day with warm water. Use your hand, not a washcloth. Cloth can be too harsh. If you prefer a cleanser, choose one labeled pH balanced 4.0 to 4.5, fragrance-free, sulfate-free. Use the cleanser no more than 2 to 3 times a week. Never wash inside. The vagina cleans itself naturally. After washing, pat dry gently with a clean towel. If needed, use a cool hairdryer on the lowest setting to ensure the area is fully dry. Remember, my friends, your body is not dirty. It simply needs gentler care now, care that protects instead of strips away. My dear friends, as we come to the end of this important conversation, I want you to pause for a moment and take a deep breath. You've just learned about 6 everyday bathroom habits that seem small, but can make a big difference in how your body smells, how comfortable you feel, and how confident you are throughout the day. And let me tell you from my heart, none of these issues mean you are unclean or careless. You are simply living in a body that has changed with time. Your skin has changed. Your hormones have changed. Your pH levels have changed. And the routines that worked perfectly in your 30s, 40s, and 50s no longer support your body in the same way. What you've learned today is not about judgment. It's about understanding your body better, so you can take care of it with love, knowledge, and confidence. Small changes like switching to cotton underwear, washing more gently, changing towels more often, using fewer fragrances, and sitting less time on the toilet can transform your comfort and freshness within just a few weeks. These are simple, practical adjustments. And more importantly, they work with your body instead of fighting against it. You deserve to feel clean, fresh, comfortable, and confident every single day. You deserve routines that support your health instead of harming it. And you deserve to age with dignity, grace, and knowledge on your side. Before you leave, I want to ask you something. Which of these 6 habits surprised you the most today? Tell me in the comments. Your answers help other older women feel less alone and more understood. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss new health tips created especially for seniors like you.